we come to our next semifinal. And,
First semifinal.
First, what's that? Well,
First
yeah, based on the way we've done it. But,
yeah.
But we go back to, what did you say? It was our championship final of 2 years ago, was it? Or 3 years ago?
2 years ago, yes.
Yeah, with Tyler playing Dexter. That outcome was, I think,
Tyler won, yeah.
Tyler won that match. So we'll see what happens today. Dexter's got a tough lead to follow. He's got to start with a 10-bagger. Otherwise, his average is going to go down with starting off with that 427. So
yeah.
But we all know Tyler won't be intimidated and Dexter won't be intimidated. So I think it'll be a good match.
Yeah, I think it'll be a really good match. Okay, Dexter has elected for Tyler to go first.
So we all know how difficult it is to back up a big game like a 400 or a 380 or something like that with another good game. Do you think the break will kind of?
I think it'll make it a little bit easier than it normally would.
A little bit easier.
Because you're on that high adrenaline rush.
I'm expecting a big match in this one. These two guys are a couple of local boys throwing a lot of balls at this bowling center.
I think that's the way he started the last match.
Yeah,
was it?
Yep.
So Tyler will bowl one frame, Dexter's going to bowl two, and then they'll alternate 2 frames until the very end, where Tyler will be the finisher.
Yeah, good knee bend, solid at the line, arc comes through. That's just a classic shot.
Our semis is $150 a frame. And then for the final, we'll bump that up again.
Ooh,
a little kick back
3-pin too. He's giggling because he started with a 10-bagger last game and says, well, that one's off the table.
I think he's up there laughing because he knows what everybody's thinking.
That's a great
shot. Did we see that adjustment? Did you see that?
Yeah, he played the left side.
He played big time left side coming in at it. And that's what we talked about earlier, is that Dexter's probably one of the people that can change his technique fast and have success more than anybody on tour.
He's increasing his chances of sparing it. There you go.
That's better.
Just needed an extra warm-up ball.
Yeah. Okay, so we had a carryover in the first frame. Tyler will need a strike in order to carry this over. Dexter's a much quicker bowler than Tyler. But Tyler very deliberate and goes through his pre-shot routine. Ooh, gets the push.
What a carry.
There's a little juicy one.
Little 2-frame carryover.
Yeah,
that's
2-frame carryover.
That's a good point too, Daryl. What you said, Dexter's really quick and Tyler gets up there and he just does his own thing. He doesn't get lured into the fact that Dexter's going quick and takes his time, and he plays at his speed and Dexter plays at his speed. So
and you've
that
said
can
that.
Affect you.
Yeah,
you said that perfectly.
Yeah.
Do your own thing.
Yep.
That was automatic.
Great shot.
So Tyler's looking at being the first 2-time winner of the WCBT.
Very supportive of each other there too. You can see lots of good shots in between the two players.
Oh, lost that one. It looked like that one came out the right side of his hand as he was turning it over.
So there's 3 frames for Tyler.
Wow, just like that. Bing, bing, bing. I wonder if Dexter's got 2 years ago on his mind.
Whoops. That hurts for the pinfall. Yeah, you just got to laugh it off.
Yeah, you're right, because Dexter lost to Tyler 2 years ago in the final.
In the final, yeah. Mark and I were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know as of today, but Tyler, going into today, Tyler is the all-time skins leader, but I think Dexter might have caught him. Or Tyler has a slight lead because he won his match too.
Okay, so we'll see if Dexter keeps up his quick pace or he just takes an extra second to think about it. I think he'll continue to do what he always does. He doesn't get phased by much.
Nope.
Definitely looking a little bit off when he's pushing it.
He keeps looking down at the foul line, but I think he's just maybe over-rotating his hand a little bit, and the ball looks literally like it's coming out of the right side of his hand instead of keeping his fingers underneath the ball.
Like that?
Yeah.
That was a good shot. So Tyler needs a spare to carry it over and strike to win the frame.
A strike, not only would he win the frame, he'd be on a triple and have a huge advantage on pinfall already.
Yeah.
Again, the quick start's putting pressure on your opponent. See if he stays aggressive on this.
Yep.
Isn't that nice to watch?
Great shot. You know what? Seriously,
It is
you
so
take a
nice
pic-
to
you
watch.
take a picture
Oh.
of that and you send it to
Yeah.
everybody in Canada and say, this is the way you throw the ball.
Well, there's a few of the guys out here that are doing that. It's just so nice to watch somebody that is so in control and they know exactly what they're doing and they execute it to the.
You know, what's impressive too is with all of Tyler's YBC experience, when he grew, he didn't lose that, get that awkwardness or anything. He stayed
another one.
coordinated. He stayed
A
humble.
little high that
You know, you
time.
mentioned his YBC. You know, we've talked about that in the previous match for him. But Tyler is probably the most successful YBC bowler in all of Canada history. You know, I don't think he's missed a single YBC national championships, and unfortunately this year, with the COVID, didn't get a chance to compete at a 4 steps or a YBC nationals.
Which is too bad for him, but he's got such a great attitude, and you know what, the bowlers across Canada know, right?
They know that
they
he
know who
is.
the bowlers are, and they know,
He
right?
is.
If anything, there's a good shot.
Good shot, Dex. There you
There's a
go.
frame. If anything, it's probably
So
hard
Dexter
for him
gets
to
the
play
5th frame.
because
Yeah.
he's so much above them in talent-wise, right?
For some people, I totally agree, but I don't know if Tyler stays relatively
Yeah,
humble,
he's pretty even-keeled.
and I don't know if he would think that. I know previous people who've had success in YBC have a hard time towards the end of their career because they don't get up for it, right? But look out! Oh, he got that one
Oh,
across.
Didn't
Wobbler.
get the post.
Could have went.
So that was the first frame for Tyler. So we got 4 frames to 1, and he's got some catching up to do in pinfall.
You'll need the spare here in order to put the pressure on for
Dexter's
Tyler.
balance is so good. You barely ever see him off balance.
And spare. Okay, so Tyler needs a strike to win the frame.
And really take control of the
Really
match.
take control of the
obviously
match,
he's in control now, but this is a big one here.
Okay, a split. So Dexter. Well, the split
Yeah.
is sparable.
A
Split
split
is
is sparable, very low percentage, but there's a chance.
They're hard to spare when you want to spare them.
Not when you need to spare them.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so another frame there to Dexter. By no means this match is we got a match. It's about the number of frames that you win, not about the total score. So Tyler will get to lead off into the 7th frame. See if he can put a little bit of pressure on Dexter. You know, it's interesting. You see the approaches too there, Coach Lynn. Is there a difference between a 3-step approach versus a 4-step approach? You know, Dexter has a little bit of a rock step for his 4th, whereas Tyler is pretty
everybody considers a 4-step approach to be a little more aggressive, right? You can maybe get a little quick, a little faster.
More power, I
I
guess.
always had a 4-step approach, but I really had to drive into my slide because I had that momentum and speed with me carrying to the foul line. 3-step approach might be a little more under control, but you still got to drive that leg out in front of you and have that balance. That's what creates the balance is your slide.
That's a
Spare
solid
for
spare
Tyler.
for Tyler on a right corner. You know, getting right
Needs a
after it.
strike here to kind of get some pinfall back and win the frame.
Yeah, big ball here for Dexter. Crossed over left side to a slider. He likes that one.
He was
Yeah.
shaking that fist.
Yeah,
early
he
there.
wanted that one. That's good. Expect him to speed up a little bit now and see if he can get a little bit of mojo.
You know, everybody talks about your arm and your grip and all that kind of stuff.
But again,
Your legs,
tight.
your
Yeah.
legs are a huge part of the game.
yes, the balance, right? The strength of your
And
quads.
I think a lot of times people don't use their legs enough, and they end up overthrowing with just their arm.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, chop
Solid
off spare. Solid spare there.
Starting to
Dexter's
climb
got
back
it.
from pinfall a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah. Great little game though going. Hard working game.
Yeah, no doubles for Dexter.
You'd probably like
Yeah.
a couple of those misses back that he had early on
I
in
think
the
maybe
in the
just
13.
land the ball
Yeah.
down and
Yeah.
Squeezed it a little bit more, got it out maybe 2 or 3 more inches. Makes it come out of his hand better. That's a
Oh,
great
there we
shot.
go. There was a smooth
Great
shot
shot.
for, yeah.
Okay, let's frame for Tyler.
Got the good little pin action there that ended up knocking over the right
Not-
2-pin.
Not quite what you would expect from a 19-year-old under pressure to be doing the things he does.
He's far beyond his years from a 19-year-old in the bowling world, though.
He's probably been bowling longer than some of us.
Yeah. Punched in the ninth.
Gives Dexter a chance.
That's a big opening.
Dexter can get the pinfall back and win the frame.
Everybody talks about the 10th frame, and believe me, the 10th frame is important, but I always consider the 9th frame the setup frame, right? You throw that strike and you set it up for the finish, right? It gives you so many
Well, that's
more
when you get a
options.
90 count.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a lot of
we,
points
we
there
all
in
start
the front.
adding our score up and start even really from the 135 and 8, and the 180, and then the 220. Like really start reverse counting. But 9 and 10, you're always counting the 90 pins.
Yeah.
So Dexter needs 13 or higher here. We'll just go up and throw a straight.
Got it out there a bit.
Yeah. Something a
So
little
that's
off.
3 times on the lane 13 that he's missed to the right.
To the right, yeah. And if you heard that ball kind of made a little bit of a thunk, I think that ball's down and it's out of his hand early. See, that ball sounded way better.
Yeah, better there. Okay, so Dexter gets the win of that frame. So now we're at 5-4 in the frames. Coming down to the 10th frame, Dexter gets an opportunity to finish where he'll go a maximum 275.
Yeah. If Dexter throws a strike here, he'll be 17 pins behind in pinfall. That's a big shot.
And throws one of his best shots of the game.
You could see that ball again. It was out on the lane a little bit. You almost couldn't hear the ball hit the lane.
I would think he needs a double.
Yeah.
Because Tyler can get 15 to get 262. If he throws a strike, it's 260. He needs a double.
He was looking for a string pull. It's not coming. Nope.
That's when you want that pin to just keep
Yeah.
rolling down behind it.
Little bit of a thick one. Those are one of those ones. You just give me one more.
We missed it.
Oh, that's a big
That's
shot.
a
Yeah,
huge shot.
and so
Big pin.
Big 2 pins there.
Tyler will need a 15 count or a 13 count to win the match.
And you get 15 there. Forces
Yeah.
him to get 15.
Yeah. I know
We
he
don't
doesn't-
see Tyler Tytgat shooting the 10 or under on,
No.
on the 10th frame of a semifinal of the Tour Finals.
Oh, good looking shot.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there you
That's
go.
the
Great
win.
shot, Tyler. There's the win.
There's a win for Tyler Tytgat.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 6 frames to 4. We don't quite have the final score
Well,
yet.
not necessarily yet. Dexter
But,
28.
yeah, you're right. He needs. I guess I was a little premature on that. Oh,
Man, there you go.
He's
See,
both of them.
just- yeah, you jinxed him.
Oh.
Little gift.
Yeah, that was a frame, extra frame for.
274 for Tyler and 258 for Dexter.
And 5 frames apiece.
5 frames apiece. Okay, that wraps up our second semifinal. We had a great match. It came right down to the end. Dexter Wiseman with a 258 and Tyler Tytgat with a 274. They both tied in frames, so Dexter with his third loss based on
loss.
score.
That's hard to believe that can happen, but uncharacteristically, Dexter missed the middle 4 times to the right there, and I just had a little chat with him, and he said he thought his feet got a little quick and
Yeah.
just messed up his timing for his ball release. But I wouldn't have envisioned Dexter missing the middle 4 times in that game. But to Tyler's credit, he took advantage of that, and at 19 years old, the man is incredibly poised.
Yeah,
So,
he was very composed and didn't show any nerves at all.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. So we're in the finals.
Yes.
We're here. This is it. We're going to be done. It'll be a great final. Greg DeGrazia against Tyler. Again, both have championship pedigree. Tyler's won so many Canadian championships in youth bowling, and
and Greg's won Canadian singles titles, and I'm looking forward to a really good match.
Yeah, it should be an awesome match. I'm also looking forward to it. It's been a great day of bowling.
It has, yeah, for sure. And I'd like to give a shout out once again to Sherwood Park Lanes for hosting this, the great proprietors they are, and the work that they put into the game of 5-pin bowling so we can all enjoy this.
Okay, let's take a few moments to acknowledge our sponsors, and thanks for all your support over the year.